What's going on, guys? My name is BasedOnImpulse and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at 8 more weapons that you need for Beyond Light. If you missed the first video, I'll put a card on the top right of the screen and also a link in the description. Make sure to check that video out as well, because you definitely want to get a hold of all those weapons too. All the weapons in this video will not be sunset for a while, just like the other list, and all are obtainable right now. Some are for sure easier to get than others, but they're all absolutely worth having good rolls of going into Beyond Light. Let me preface this by saying that these are the rolls I recommend going for, but if you like something else better than what I suggest, by all means use it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it, since this probably will be a bit longer than the first video. Starting off just like last time, we've got a really good sniper rifle. The EXILEO V2 sniper is an amazing sniper to have in your arsenal for some burst or boss damage, and it's basically like having a god roll supremacy in your energy slot. So if you've got a primary you really like for ad clearing, like HUCKLEBERRY, this is an awesome choice. You can get this sniper out of the umbral engrams, and you can actually utilize the focusing in the recaster to get even better chances at getting it. You'll want to go for the assassin focused engrams, which give you a 50-50 shot on the EXILEO sniper, or the Behringer's memory grenade launcher. If you're hurting on altered element for focusing, make sure to grab all of your Savathun eyes for the Triumph. Shooting all of those will give you upwards of 3000 altered element, which will give you more than enough to keep farming these out. You do need the Ruinous Effigy exotic trace rifle to do this, so if you don't want to do that, make sure you're running your daily recaster bounties. They give you 25 element each, so that's 100 per day per character. The role you're looking for on this sniper though is polygonal rifling for that extra stability, either appended mag or extended mag for some extra shots, which we'll talk about in a little bit. 4th times the charm, high impact reserves, and a stability masterwork. For the mag, appended mag is the better option if you can manage to get it, since it doesn't hurt your reload speed and gives you the same bonus to mag size as extended mag. If you get extended mag though, don't sweat it, because a sniper loader mod on your arms can easily make up for that difference. You also really want that combo of 4th times the charm and high impact for some great DPS in your energy slot. With 4th times the charm plus the mag bonus from either appended or extended mag, you'll be able to fire off 11 precision shots without reloading. Right now, I use a sniper a lot because of this during Scourge of the Past runs for some quick boss damage before the buffs go out. Let's also quickly talk about why you want to use high impact reserves. The perk states that rounds at the end of the magazine deal bonus damage. Okay, pretty vague. Well, I went to Tribute Hall to try and not make it so vague, and this is what I found out. For reference, I was using an EXILEO sniper with the exact role I just told you all about, with extended mag and a boss spec mod. My first 3 shots all hit for 9,730 damage, and my 4th hit for 10,930. That 4th shot procced 4th times the charm, so my next shot hit for 9,730 again. Then the damage numbers went 10,930, then 11,454, then 12,234, with that last shot again proccing 4th times the charm. Then my last 3 shots hit for 11,454 damage, and then 12,234 on both of the last 2 shots. So I know that that word vomit and number spam was kind of confusing, but here's how those numbers break down. The first 3 shots in the mag deal 9,730 damage, the 4th shot does 10,930, the 5th deals 11,454, and the last 2 deal 12,234. That's how the numbers would look with high impact and without 4th times the charm, which totals out to 76,042 damage from the whole magazine. Pretty good. Definitely not bad, but let's factor in 4th times the charm now. 4th times the charm will give us a total of 4 extra shots in the magazine, making the damage output total out to 120,390 from the whole 11 round magazine. That's 37% more damage overall, so you can see how awesome this combination of perks is. The gun feels and sounds really good, looks sick, and has the damage numbers to back it all up. Go get your hands on this thing as soon as possible. Next, we're going to talk about a pair of weapons that share the same utility. Both the EXILEO SMG and the 7th Seraph SMG are going to be awesome choices going into Beyond Light due to their synergy with the mod Global Reach. If you don't know what Global Reach does or how crazy good it is, think about it like this. 1 Global Reach Warmind cell destroyed in the Cube Room in Prophecy will clear all of the ads in the room. Yeah, it's that strong. And if you read the mod carefully, you'll see that it states defeating combatants with a 7th Seraph weapon has a chance to drop a Warmind cell. This does also apply to the reissued IXILEO weapons though, which is why we're talking about both of these SMGs. Of course, you can also utilize other Warmind cell mods like Wrath of Rasputin, which has a chance to spawn Warmind cells off of solar splash damage kills, but using the SMGs is the easiest way since you're going to be mowing down trash ads with them anyway. But let's go ahead and talk about the rolls for the guns. First off, is one better than the other? Not really, it's mostly preference. Personally, I'm partial to the IXILEO SMG because I like the fire rate a little better in the perk pool, but I also know some of my friends and clanmates prefer the 7th Seraph. Try them both out and see which one feels better for you, but as for the rolls, let's talk about the IXILEO SMG first. You're going to want to shoot for either corkscrew rifling or fluted barrel, the appended magazine for those extra shots, threat detector, surrounded, and the masterwork is honestly not super important on this one. I'd say you probably want to shoot for stability or handling, but really any of them can be good. Personally, I have a reload speed masterwork and it works perfectly fine. Surrounded is the only damage perk that this gun can roll with, but it's actually a pretty solid perk on SMGs, and pairing it with threat detector, which gives you boost to reload stability and handling when a bunch of enemies are around you, makes for a really good close quarters ad clear weapon. Moving on to the 7th Seraph SMG though, you're going to want to look for fluted barrel or arrowhead break, appended magazine, ambitious assassin, and then feeding frenzy. I know dragonfly is a common pick for the second perk column, but the combination of ambitious assassin and feeding frenzy can actually be crazy lethal. You can get up to 41 rounds in the mag, which for an SMG is pretty insane. Personally, I like the perk pool on the IXILEO SMG better, as well as the higher fire rate like I said earlier, but they're both equally capable of doing their main job, which is to spawn Warmind cells to utilize global reach. You can acquire both of these SMGs out of focused umbral engrams via the prismatic recaster. For the IXILEO SMG, you want to roll the CQC focused engram, and for the 7th Seraph, you want to roll the worthy focused engram. Moving on to the next weapon, we're not going to take too long on this one since I already gave it a video of its own, but the Interference 6 is going to be your Wendigo replacement in November. If you want to see my full thoughts on the gun and the full breakdown, you can click the card to check out that video, but here I'm just going to give you guys the roll. You want to go for hard launch for that boost in stability, spike grenades because why would you ever want anything else than a heavy grenade launcher, clown cartridge for up to 8 shots in the mag, which on a grenade launcher is massive, full court for that extra damage when you're doing boss damage from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, and all topped off with a velocity masterwork. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's keep moving. Now we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite weapons for ad clearing that's only risen to the top of the meta recently, and that is the Trinity GHOUL exotic bow, specifically with the catalyst. Without the catalyst, to be honest, this thing kind of blows, but the catalyst makes it way better. The Trinity GHOUL fires 3 arrows at once, and the spread of those arrows can be tightened by fully drawing the bow as well as aiming down sights. The bow also has the perk Lightning Rod, which states precision kills grant the next shot chain lightning capabilities. Okay, that's fine and all. You'd probably know that if you use this without the catalyst that it kinda sucked. So let's talk about that catalyst, which now allows the bow to proc Lightning Rod on any arc kill while you have the Trinity GHOUL in your hands. This counts for both precision and non-precision kills with the bow, Lightning Rod chain kills, as well as any arc grenade or melee kills that you get. And the best part about Lightning Rod, you don't need to fully draw the arrow to get the full damage of it. You can just tap the trigger and shoot the arrows into a group of ads, and they'll all get fried by the chain lightning. You can obtain the catalyst by completing playlist strikes and hoping to get lucky at the end of it. This catalyst came out at the beginning of the season of arrivals, so if you were playing a lot then, you might actually already have it. If not, run some strikes and hope that Deej blesses you with a drop. Now we're going to talk about another solid energy weapon with some high damage, and that is the first and last out slug shotgun. Yes, I said slug shotgun. Slug shotguns recently received a 30% damage buff in PvE, and now they're actually solid choices to use if you want a little more range than a regular shotgun, but don't want to go all out and use a full-on sniper rifle. This shotgun in particular comes out of the CQC focused umbral engrams, just like the IXILEO SMG that we talked about earlier. The role you're looking for here is small bore for extra range and stability, assault mag mainly due to the fire rate boost that it'll give you, auto-loading holster so that your shotty is always reloaded, vorpal weapon for that extra damage to bosses, and finally a handling masterwork so you can get a bit better draw time on your shotgun. As far as I'm aware, the IXILEO sniper still is a better choice for DPS over the first and last out, and definitely is the safer option. But if you like to give bosses a little bit more of a personal touch, this shotgun might be for you. Next up, we have ourselves one of my newfound favorite legendary weapons in the game, and that is the Cold Denial pulse rifle from this season. This is a 340 RPM pulse rifle, so it shoots slow but hits like a truck. You can farm this gun out using the Arrival focused Umbral engrams, which also give you a chance at the Falling Guillotine if you don't have a good one of those yet. This gun actually has some flashy new perks on it that not a lot of others do, so let's chat about the roll because you can do some interesting things with this one. For the barrel, I personally use chambered compensator or fluted barrel. I'd recommend maybe going for flared magwell for the magazine since the reload on this pulse can be a bit slow, but ricochet and appended mag are also solid options. You absolutely want Killing Wind in your first part column for that boost to range and handling on kills, and then the second column is where we can do some fun things. I have two recommendations for you here. Swashbuckler or Unrelenting. Let's first talk about Swashbuckler, which obviously is a solid choice. Damage perks always are. But Unrelenting can actually make this gun feel very unique and only like one other weapon that we've really had before. And yes, I'm actually talking about the Red Death exotic pulse rifle from Destiny 1. Because of the low RPM paired with this perk that regens your health after a certain amount of kills, the Cold Denial really feels like a legendary version of the Red Death exotic from Destiny 1. Obviously, it's not quite that strong as the Red Death, but it's still a really good option if you are a fan of pulse rifles. Moving on to our second and final exotic on the list today, we have another gun that has an absolutely absurd catalyst. The Huckleberry SMG has some opportunity to really shine going into Beyond Light for a handful of reasons. Number 1, it uses pre-nerf Rampage values. If you weren't aware, Rampage times 3 on everything else only gives you a plus 33% damage bonus, but on the Huckleberry, times 3 Rampage will give you a 50% damage bonus. Obviously, very good. Number 2, Bungie is experimenting with champion mods on armor, meaning that if we got an anti-barrier or overload mod on armor for autos and SMGs, Huckleberry could become a solid choice for high-level content. Number 3, I've shown you guys a lot of solid DPS energy weapons on the list today, and this SMG has the capability to be the Recluse's replacement next season in the kinetic slot due to all these high-damaging energy weapons. So all of that already sounds great about this gun, right? Well, let's throw the catalyst into the mix now too. Huckleberry normally reloads half the magazine on a kill, but with the catalyst, it now completely refills the magazine on every single kill. So if you're mowing through ads, you're probably never once going to have to hit your reload button. And once your Rampage is stacked up, this thing is an absolute monster at ad clearing. You can get the Huckleberry catalyst by completing heroic adventures on Mars and Mercury. It has a pretty low drop rate, so you might need to grind these missions out for a while. If you have 3 characters though, you can run a heroic adventure on each one each day, which will improve your chances of getting that drop. And there you have it guys, 8 more weapons that you need to get your hands on in this last month before Beyond Light drops. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to leave a positive rating on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Over 90% of you who watch my videos actually aren't subscribed, so make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell to get notifications of new videos. We just passed 1.7k subscribers around the time of me making this, so I just want to present to you guys a little challenge in these last few weeks before Beyond Light. If we can hit 2,000 subscribers before Beyond Light drops, I will give away a copy of the Beyond Light Deluxe Edition to someone in our community on the platform of their choice. So make sure to hit the sub button if you're interested in that. As per usual, you can find my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord links in the description down below. For the question of the day, I want you guys to tell me what your favorite exotic weapon in all of Destiny is. It can be Destiny 1 or 2, it can be because you love it, or you think it's just an awesome meme gun, whatever you want. Pick your favorite and drop it in the comments. For me, it's not even close. I gotta go with the Talalic Scout Rifle from Destiny 1. I was a self-res warlock through and through, ran it all day, every day, so having this gun cranked up to 11 while sitting on my self-res was just a dream. I really love that gun, and I'd be absolutely stoked if it ever came back so that I could pair it with Well of Radiance. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Remember to drop a sub since we're on that road to 2,000 subscribers, and I will see all of you guys in the next video.